and welcome to A Home for the Holidays. I am so excited because, as you know, if you've been following along, this is not just any home, this is our home. So we are taking you along the journey with us. We are getting really close. So let's talk about that real-time update. So we are, as this is airing, I don't even know, we might even be getting ready to move into the home. So we are closing the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So A Home for the Holidays is aptly named because we are trying to get here, to get into our home, to get settled and decorated for the holidays. The first holiday being, of course, is Thanksgiving. So we are closing, as we said, the Wednesday morning before. One of the central focal points is obviously the kitchen, so let's go take a look. We have been so excited, and I think for everyone, seeing this piece, this giant center element of the home come together really gives you that peace of calm, knowing that, oh my gosh, I didn't make a crazy bad choice. I love this kitchen so much, and since the last update, a lot has happened, and you can really start to see it. Now remember, we still have these last minute touch-ups to do, but take a look at my gorgeous kitchen. Yes, we're still missing some crown molding. Yes, there's still tape everywhere, but we are so close, and I really could not be happier with my flooring, with my cabinets, with the hardware, and the layout of the kitchen. Backsplash included. I am in love, and I can't wait to cook a turkey dinner, but it won't be this Thanksgiving.
Next real-time update, come with me. This is big because this means that we can close. Because we didn't have garage doors, and now we have garage doors. Special shout out to Tim, our buddy who always wants to see the garage. Here's the 2-car garage, and this house actually has a 1-car garage on the other side. But the most important thing is that garage door. And by the way, that garage door is not our garage door. It's just one to fill in so we can get the certificate of occupancy, the CO, and be here. But we went crazy when we saw this garage door because it meant, hey, it's really gonna happen. We can move in.
I don't know that we ever had an opportunity to show you the floors installed and uncovered, and that's where we are now. So I am so excited. This is an LVP, it's a luxury vinyl plank, and this is actually called salvaged pine. We talked in one of the videos about Floravana and taking the Shaw flooring and taking a photo, and then their program being able to put that flooring in and take a look at it. We love the flooring. It is so beautiful. It goes all the way up the stairs as well. One of the bigger, again, most expensive, but biggest focal points here of this home, and I love it just as much.
They say it's the little things that can make the difference in a house, and my son and I were here looking at his room. Again, Lucky Duck has this big old room. But we discovered that we have something so cool. We didn't even know it existed. Check this out, watch this. Watch. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, that is a soft close toilet that we have somehow, some way. And I love the house even more than you can imagine now.
We also have the faucets, although I'm not sure if these are the original faucets or these are just going to be the stand-ins. But we also have backsplash. We're missing one section of it, but again, we are getting closer and closer and closer minute by minute to getting completed. The mini fridge has been installed, the sink is in, the faucets are in, the backsplash is in, and soon we will be in.
We also have the faucet in the pub area and soda bar. Again, we don't know if this is the official faucet we're going to have, but it's the official faucet we got, and that means we can close.
The home on Vincetta Circle, the Parker, was everything I could have possibly wanted and dreamed of in a home. I wish we had had that floor plan a few years earlier back in Virginia when all 4 of our children were together under the same roof and all young. But that home was amazing with all of the rooms, the living room, the dining room, the formal office with the French doors, the massive great room, the game room upstairs, all the bedrooms oversized, and really the 2 staircases. I mean, that was really cool. It was just, not only was it a beautiful floor plan, but the builder and the quality of the construction was amazing. So I always felt very safe and protected in that house.
So the house at Vincetta Circle, for me, is a symbol of something that really important that happened, which is we moved to Florida for me, for my job. And when we talked about moving, all of my kids said some version of, hey Dad, you've done everything for us and we can do this for you. And so that house to me is always a symbol of my kids believing in me and my family following me. And as it turns out, the job was fine that we moved for. As it turns out, my wife, it was a great, amazing thing for her and her career, and now has become my career as well. But the house isn't about the job. The house is about that moment they said, Dad, we believe in you and we'll follow you and we're here for you. And that house forever will be that to me. And so I'll love it forever.
You know, we all have that one door frame where we've measured our kids as they've grown, and I did not have the heart to paint over that. I think I'll miss that the most, mostly for our son Dawson, because he shot up over a foot, I believe, since we moved here to Florida, and all of that is kind of documented along that wall. So I'll miss that. Probably the biggest real-time update is that we've had our NHO. NHO stands for New Homeowner Orientation. Some builders call it New Homeowner Presentation. Some builders call it New Home Orientation, Presentation, Explanation, you name it. It's an opportunity for you to do your long walkthrough with the builder. Really, that opportunity is an opportunity for the builder to do a walkthrough for most of the mechanical aspects of the home. They're introducing you to your home. They're letting you, they're showing you how all of the mechanical aspects work, emergency shutoff valves, water, power, electrical panel, all of those pieces of the puzzle. But it is also an opportunity for you to go through and make note of anything. It's a more thorough walkthrough, and it's not one that you get to do twice. So it's important to pay attention during that one and be present if you can. When you see the tape throughout the home, you're probably going to see two colors. Blue is for paint, green is for drywall. And that is really important because the painters are going to look for blue. The drywall crew is going to look for the green because that is their indication of what it is that they need to come in and touch up. So, for instance, here's a little green piece, okay? So we've got a little issue of drywall over there. In some cases, they've already come and fixed these, they just don't remove the tape. I love it when the builders do this. They have a big arrow and it'll say paint touch up above window. They have to do arrows sometimes. A lot of times you'll see them do an X on the floor, which is like X marks the spot, but you have to look up above it. And I think they actually have one of those over here in the kitchen where they put a piece of tape and they put the Sharpie that says look up. We are missing the cover for the pre-wire for the pendant light. That's probably what that one is. The cover is there, I just don't know where it went.
The sun is out for the first time in however many days, and that's very convenient for you because you have those lovely sunglasses. But there's a story there.
I don't know where my glasses are. I've lost them in this move.
But they're in a pod somewhere. I mean, you have more than one pair of glasses too, right?
No, but here's the thing. I literally remember in the bathroom, I had a glass that I stored like several extra pair of emergency glasses, like the older ones that may have scratches on them, but you didn't want to throw them away because you might need them. I had the conscious thought, I'm not going to use these. I've got my glasses on my head. We're going to be in our house in a week. Let me just throw, you know, you're throwing things away. You're trying to thin out, right?
Yes.
So I thinned out by 4 pair of glasses that I tossed. And probably the next day, I could not find my glasses. And I remember going, I'm going to lose my glasses because now I've thrown the other ones away. And that's exactly what happened.
And so everything she's doing at home, at night, at home, we're staying at our daughter's house.
And I look horrible in them.
You don't look horrible in them,
do,
but you look like you just have your eyes dilated or that you got some vision problem.
No.
And generally speaking, you look like you're in a bad mood. And part of it is because you're looking at your phone and you're trying to see things. And like we had our daughter's wedding pictures, right? So Amy's trying to look at the wedding pictures.
Are you mocking me?
I'm not mocking you. I'm mocking the fact that you're wearing sunglasses at 10 o'clock at night.
I am very
looking
cool.
at the computer.
Most people would
like,
want to be as cool as me and wear the sunglasses at night.
So we'll play Corey Hart's I Wear My Sunglasses at Night for you as we go.
Who's Huey Lewis?
I wear my sunglasses at night. No, definitely Corey Hart. Who I am a wealth of useless information.
Knowledge.
Coming up this week, we have a few big things happening in preparation for closing on Wednesday morning. One of the biggest is obviously wiring the money. That is something really important. You will get a closing disclosure, a settlement statement they used to call it, but a person will. Within 3 days of closing, you'll receive that final settlement statement or that closing disclosure that lets you know how much money you need to wire in preparation for closing. And that is a question we actually get all the time. So a really brief explanation is you need to wire those funds 24 to 48 hours ahead of time to the title company per their wiring instructions. Very important. You receive wiring instructions. You call back and you confirm 3 times, make sure it is the correct place, because those funds are going to be held there at the title company. And once all documents are signed, they will disperse and make sure that everything is funded. So that's something that we need to do with our bank. So we need to call and schedule an appointment for that. Used to be that you could just walk in, but because of COVID, some banks are requiring appointments if you want to come inside. We also have just these final touch-ups. You can still see the little specks of tape here and there. So they have a final paint bump. They have a cabinet bump.
There are going to be things that are not done when we close. So somebody will have to come back and fix those things up. But so is that a warranty claim, or is that does the builder do it?
Okay, that's a really good question. So all right, so let's say, we went to the new homeowner orientation, the one that you go to the week before closing. So all the things that we noted on that, when we go back to our final walkthrough, which is the quick walkthrough, we check off that list. Mm-hmm. So anything that is left on that list is an IOU essentially from the builder. Mm-hmm. So that's not necessarily warranty. That's that you're closing and the builder knows that they still owe you this. Now, there could be other items because some builders, the day that you close, everything becomes a warrantable item.
Right.
And then there's other builders where, for the first 30 or 60 days, they're like, just keep talking to the builder. We'll take care of everything. We're still on site before the warranty kicks in. But in our case, whatever is not done will be an IOU from the builder, but it's not necessarily a warranty.
Okay. And it's kind of a bummer that there's going to be things that are not done, because we signed a contract to buy this house almost a year ago, but the option is don't close, right? Those are our 2 options: close or don't close. And so we are choosing to close, because I guess we technically could say, well, until you put the shoe molding on the cabinets, we don't want to close. Or would they say, no, you have to close?
You can, but part of it is, if they get that certificate of occupancy, that means that the home can be occupied. Right. It is safe for you to live in. Those are aesthetic things that they still owe you. Yep. So again, there are some builders where by company policy, they do not want you to close with any outstanding items. Right. So there are builders that are like, nope, you're not closing until we get you the shoe molding. There's others, and the majority of them are like, you're not closing if you don't have a working AC unit. Well, yeah. But if you're missing a window piece of glass that is going to take 2 months to come in, there's no reason for you to not close. Right. So it really just depends on the item.
And to be clear, they'd put a piece of temporary glass in there. It's like,
they wouldn't be able to close if not. That's what I'm saying. If you get your certificate of occupancy, then that means that they have signed off. This home can live in this home. You've got water, you've got AC, you've got heat, you've got a roof, you've got garage doors, you've got everything that you need to live in the home. Again, shoe molding is a pretty thing, but it doesn't serve a structural. Right.
So speaking of signing off, that's it for this episode. So now we're gonna stop making videos, and move into a house, and then we'll make a video. Maybe as we move into the house, hopefully we'll give you some of that footage next week of us moving in. Candidly, we're gonna be so tired. We'll see how it goes. We didn't get you any footage of us moving out because
it's too busy.
I couldn't lift my arms to hold the camera. So think of us as we move in, and we appreciate you watching.
But here's the thing. It's Thanksgiving, and if we don't see you before Thanksgiving, which we won't, right? Right. We just want to say Happy Thanksgiving. We are thankful and grateful to you. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.